Hello there, you guys. Listen, y'all, I know I've been missing in action, but I's are back. I've been busy. I was like, if I don't come on early, especially when I'm busy like that, because one of my clients called me and woke me up early this morning. Hey, Miss Tyranny. She woke me up early this morning. Can you travel? Yeah, I said, travel where? Are you talking about travel to Missouri? No, we need you to go to California and then to Vegas. I said you do know that you have to pay the expenses up front. Oh, of course. I'm gonna see because I know this client cool, but um she kind of been getting on my nerves a little bit too. I have to see what she's talking about. What's going on, guys? Let's see who is in here. I see Tyranny, TB21, Your Choice Towing, Diane Brown, Shan, Tony, Grayface, Positive Vibes, Cordero. Y'all, what is going on? Joy Loves God. Doing good, the reality. I'm doing good. I know I've been missing in action for a couple. Well, I I went live on Facebook and I uploaded it over here after I went live. When I go live on Facebook, I'm normally at my studio. I don't like when I go live on Facebook. I know that it's just basically like my family and friends. I upload it on YouTube after I leave my studio because I don't drop my location. Um, let's see, Georgette. I know, right? It'd be so tempting. It's you be going, I can't fool with this, I can't fool with that, but I'm telling you, it'd be tempting, tyranny, especially after you assess it. I'm so darn tired of one of my puppies tearing up the doggy pads. I'm gonna have to start spanking him on his nose. Pop. Hey, Lauren. I'll be on here for because I got to take them to be groomed today. I really kind of didn't want to take them to be groomed until after their appointment. I'm getting them a chip. I'm scared if I take them to the groomer, they might try to steal one and sell it. So y'all know I'm overprotective of my puppies, and I will tear that grooming place up. I would tear it down. Y'all, let me tell y'all what had happened. What had happened did to me. Um, so what's starting to happen is the in my beautiful neighborhood, the rental sharks are starting to buy houses and make them into Airbnbs and rent them out, right? Time for me to put a for sale sign up, I reckon. And I've been having quite a few packages to come in, right? Because I'm doing something. And our packages could always stay outside for days or whatever. But it's this little dude and his little girlfriend, and it's about four of them, okay? And I was like, dog, like I had a package, whereas I ordered some beautiful candle things because I've been making candles, right? And for me, I was like, dog, it said it was delivered. I called the post office and I really blessed them out. I was like, they don't pay attention, blah, blah, blah. And so the people was like, well, where I ordered them from, they was like, well, we'll resend it out. I was okay. I knew it was the post office. So then I ordered me some cute Guess flip flops. Okay. Just sparkling like new money. So I was like, dog, normally it don't take, it was supposed to be 2 days. So I checked something. I was like, they delivered them 2 days ago. Had a picture. They delivered it in front of my up on my thing on my step. And I was like, oh hell no, it's a mother. Oh, I was mad as hell. And I kid you not, I was sitting out in my driveway cleaning out one of my cars, and I got mad because I saw one of them little twerps looking over across the street at me, smiling. I had on a dress. I said, "This bitch is looking up under my dress." It made me mad, right? It really, it did. And so, anyways, I said, I wonder. I said, them little twerps have moved across the street. So I started. My neighbor was like, "Well, I'm gonna run back the ring cam, my ring cam. I got a camera, and the way that my cameras are put up, you can't. They're hidden, right?" Yeah, I was so mad. I saw that little twerp walking across the street. Y'all, he had been stealing my packages. I went. Yeah, he didn't know I was crazy. So I waited until one of them backed out, got the tag number, ran his damn tag. And he's 25 years old. Y'all, listen. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. And I left. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm telling y'all, I put all kind a note on the door, a big yellow note on the door, a big yellow note on his mailbox. All of that. I was mad as hell. I said, "This is a beautiful neighborhood. We could leave packages on up in our garage or on our step for days, and some low life has moved into the neighborhood." I said, "I just want you to know, though, there's ring cams." Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Um, I think I'm having issues with the internet. I'm having issues with the internet because it's showing. That's what it's showing. Okay, that's what it's showing, or maybe somebody getting mad about me talking about this. They got their hacker to try and hack or something, because the women be doing it too. They have hackers that they try and have and hack into your stuff. Okay, anyways, you guys, but I got my stuff back. Hold on, y'all. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. If I go out again, because it's some issues with the internet. Hold on. Okay. So let's talk about that. Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the big bust that MPD did. Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's look at that. The voice of the city. Mm, I can't stand for it to take a long time for something to come up. He said, "What it do, y'all? It's 901 day weekend."
4 people are facing charges after Memphis police follow up on a couple of the mayor's action complaints in southwest Memphis. 47-year-old Keithlyn Scott was arrested on multiple drug and gun charges after officers and the ATF agents raided a home on Skylark Drive. Scott also had outstanding warrants for aggravated assault and reckless endangerment. The 3 other arrests happened just a block away on Fieldlark Drive. Police arrested 29-year-old Cedarius Anderson, 26-year-old Jaquavius Anderson, and 22-year-old Diamond Porter on various gun and theft charges. While searching that home, police say they found 4 machine gun conversion devices, along with 12 handguns and 6 long guns.
Okay. You know what's a darn shame? Now, looking at that, you looking at, because I know we give the younger people a hard time, okay? But when you start seeing these old Negroes, okay, and somebody reported them, somebody had reported them. You start seeing these old Negroes going to jail. They still getting busted for having these weapons and stuff. In order for some, it was a complaint. There was some complaints filed against them. So in order for there have to been some complaints, more than likely, them Negroes was more than likely over there acting a fool and all of that. Okay. That's probably what that was, or somebody say, well, they would, somebody was hating on, or whatever happened, it needed to happen because it wasn't no need for them to be having all those weapons. Y'all, like I say, how is it that the younger children are gonna do better, or the young adults are gonna do better when you got a bunch of damn old fools? This is what unfortunately they have to look up to, because these are their daddies and uncles and big cousins and all of that, old as dirt. I'm telling y'all, it pisses me off for somebody to be a old fool. Okay. I can't stand no old fools. And they okay with being one. They're not they're not trying to do anything right to correct themselves. And old fools then just start being a fool. They've been a damn fool their whole life and still haven't been getting the lessons. Okay. That's what that is. Okay. I wanted to talk about, I was looking at I was on Instagram for a few minutes yesterday and I did not take a picture, but I did reach out to somebody and I'm waiting for them to give me the full tea, okay? About Straightdropp, and then I make it public. Okay, I make it for everybody to see it since I'm talking about it right here. And I saw where Straightdropp was on Instagram and he had posted up a picture or whatever, And I thought about it. I was like, well, it could have been when I first looked at it. I said, okay, well, he could have been on visitations, jail visitations. But but I got to looking at the background, not unless the person took a picture and photoshopped the background. I got to looking at the background and it looks like he was in his cell. Well, we know he, it ain't nothing for him to get a phone. So I had reached out to somebody and said, it looks, I see Drop on Instagram and he's sitting up saying, follow him on, he was like, I ain't been on Facebook in a while. Follow me on Facebook. I hate I didn't screenshot it. Start following me on Facebook. Okay. So when they put stuff up like that, because the younger kids don't really deal with Facebook. I don't know a lot of, who's to say. I don't know if that was a message or not. I guess he's trying to build up his fan base. And I just talked to the person briefly. They was like, "Child, that nigga is that nigga still crashing out." Okay, so I'm gonna get the full tea on that, but it wouldn't surprise me because you have to understand. Straight Drop already know what his fate is. Okay, Straight Drop had been doing stuff where he was crashing out. At this point, I don't think that he cares. I find it really weird though. I find a lot of stuff really weird. I don't. I'm gonna see what's going on with Straight Drop, but I still have my questions about why, the district attorney's office is saying that the trial is going to be 6 to 7 days or whatever. I mean, it's only 5 days in a week. And well, I guess, it could carry on to the next week. Okay. For a trial that's got over 1 million pages and all of that. Hey, I'm really suspicious about that, but I'm gonna get the tea on what he been doing to crash out. But it don't surprise me with Straight Drop. You have to understand when somebody is looking at as much time as Straight Drop, they understand they ain't really got nothing to lose. That's why I don't see why people think it is beneath him to throw himself a lifeline. Ain't nobody else throwing him no lifeline. I done tried to tell y'all Straight Drop ain't as dumb as y'all would think. Anytime somebody sit up on a phone that a jail guard give him, if I don't care if somebody in the jail is working with you, if I was had been charged with what Straight Drop is charged with on the type of case that Straight Drop has, a high profile case, even if the guards were bringing me phones and stuff and I was giving them a little bit of money, I wouldn't be talking the type of stuff that they say Straight Drop was talking, okay, on his phone. That's why I say it ain't beneath. Straight Drop ain't dumb. I mean, he might not want to, at that point, he might have not have wanted to directly tell everything. Okay, he might not want us to directly tell everything, but if I get a phone and he already know, I mean, they got cameras and their cameras are voice activated. Okay, as far as the audio in their jail, it is voice activated, which means if you say anything, I was there when they got them damn cameras. Which means when you start talking, the cameras start recording, and the sound is really good. Okay, um the cameras were so good that I used to, when the chief would get to work, I would be looking at him. He could pull up all the cameras in the jail on his computer and he could hear conversations and whatever it was that he wanted to hear, or he could run them back. They ain't have to go and put their ear up to his cell. He'd be sitting right in his office, and if it was something concerning, he'd call in his upper command staff to come in and listen to it. So why would Straight Drop have been talking what he was talking and asking people to give him his munties and all of that? Um, y'all gonna get enough of thinking Straight Drop is a damn fool. Now he is a damn fool, but he ain't a damn fool like what they think. You have to understand when somebody will do something like that, and you know they are, they want to, they might want to tell the feds on some people, and hold back on some people and that voice activated audio because you don't want to seem like a snitch when you're already a snitch if you already talk to the feds. I'm just talking about anybody. I ain't talking about straight drop. I'm just saying anybody. Okay. Hey, I think when people talk to the feds, I think it's a good thing. That's letting the Lord use you. Y'all know I've been saying that. But in their world, they be wanting to call everybody a snitch. Okay. When I think it's a good thing to let the Lord use you. But maybe you want to put some stuff out there inadvertently, and if it comes up, then you could say, well, I ain't snitch. Man, them niggas was listening to me on the audio. You already know they listening to you on that audio. So why you talk about it? Y'all get my drift. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay. I ain't saying he shouldn't have talked about it. I'm glad he did talk about anything that he talked about, whatever that was, so that voice activated camera could get it. It ain't like he didn't know, because they know. Okay. Hey, joke free. So he ain't as dumb as people might think, but he had a new picture to come up. Okay. Mm. Y'all, listen, I watch people's eyes real closely. I do. I'm just one of the ones. If they put on shades and shit, I can't look at their eyes. I won't even do business with a person. I can't see their eyes. Straight Drop got crazy eyes. Okay, he's disturbed, and he's a good looking young man. He's a good looking young man. But you could tell that he is disturbed, and he's been there long enough where I do believe that Straight Drop has had plenty of breakdowns. Now, nobody told me that. I'm just saying, you know, um, I'm just saying, okay, like, just like Black Youngster, right? And so, anyways, but he's still crashing out in jail. Um, and crashing out ain't might not be a bad such a bad thing. You know what I mean? When you want to get cell phones so that you can make phone calls and do FaceTime and talk to people, and you already know them cameras and that, and then if it comes up in court, because anything in a jail, you ain't got no damn privacy, and you know that. Well, they can't just record him. Is you a damn fool? He's in jail. They could use whatever they want to. They could record him. They could do whatever they want to do. They could put cameras. It ain't like when you're on the outside. He does not have any rights other than they ain't got a right to kill him. That's all. Okay. And so it could be used in court. So, oh man, they got it on. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, well, it's on audio, so you can't deny it. Okay. And which, oh man, they got me on camera. I ain't the audio got me. They that's how they know. So, anyways, I digress, but I'm gonna get the tea on straight drop. Okay. McNamee says, Kevin, well, he might as well pull his calculator out for all that time. I'm telling you, Kevin says, right, Drop may be stupid, but he is far from dumb. No, he not dumb. Straight Drop know that they was gonna double cross him. I'm gonna tell you something. I've said this, and I will continue to say it. If Straight Drop had made it to wherever he was gonna make it to in Indiana, I said it from day one that he was at his destination 2 years ago when I was throwing out hints. Yeah, why was Straight Drop in Indiana, and and nobody was saying anything about it. People be getting mad when I toot my horn. Bitch, you can delete any video you want to, ho. People that was here from day one know what I have been saying, that throwing out hints why Straight Drop had his ass in Indiana. And he was gonna make his way towards Fort Wayne around Marion. Okay, I could say that now. Okay. Anyways, Kevin Felder says, "What's going on, McNamees? He's going to need a supercomputer to calculate." But I've been saying this: if he had made it to his destination, I mean, he never would have been seen again because they was already, that lawyer pulled out. That lawyer pulled out. Yeah, it's probably so many people involved in what has been going on. I've been telling y'all. I want. Mm, but that lawyer had never planned on representing him. Okay, he never had planned on representing him because you can't represent a late Negro. Okay, and that's what I believe that was the plan. He was gonna be late. Okay, we never would have saw him again. Oh, drop! They hid him out good. He showed hid somewhere 6 foot under. Um, that I believe that was the plan. Um, yeah, I believe that was the plan. He ain't no fool. He know them people are not for him. They didn't give him no attorneys to begin with. Cornelius got his attorneys. Cornelius has had that high price attorney since January of 2022. I was telling y'all when folks were saying, "Well, Cornelius's family, his sister's a chef." Okay, she caters food. Okay, but how's the high price attorney being paid? I know what kind of retainers fees that attorneys like that require. Okay, and he ain't missed a step. Sheck is not. Um, Sheck is not. Is that his name? Is his name Sheck? What's that attorney named Schultz? I'm thinking about Barry Sheck, OJ's attorney. OJ Simpson's attorney is Schultz. So then, okay, we turn around and we hear Kamisha White say, "I went to see my attorney Schultz. He is the best attorney out there." So it seems like to me, all of them are being recommended to that attorney. I don't know much about Kamisha, so I don't really mention a whole lot about Kamisha because I don't know a whole lot about her. Okay, so I don't mention a whole lot about it. I do know her, just her name has come up as it relates to the Young Doss case. And Kamisha had been very vocal at one time about some stuff, and she was vocal about she went and got her an attorney about over a year ago, and it was Schultz. Okay. So I don't believe in coincidences where people that have been mentioned in the same case um, kind of all use the same attorneys. Now, with Orange Mound quit, okay, Orange Mound quit's attorney, um, he went and got another attorney. He had Art Horns and them friend first, the white guy, and he ended up letting him go, or something went on with that. Well, I know what went on with that, but I'm not gonna speak on that. Um, and he declared himself indigent. See, you have to understand Orange Mound quit is and I know y'all might be saying, "Well, what is she talking about?" Y'all have to follow me. So I be having my stuff be popping in my head. Orange Mound quit is a lot older than Straightdropp and even Cornelius, okay? Orange Mound quit knows the game. He knows that Gotti and them don't give a damn about him. He been out there longer, he been in the game longer, okay? He know how it goes. He know he older. If you look at his knees is bad and shit. So Orange Mound Quet ain't want to be in no jail being charged with a murder under the guise of keeping it real. He understand. Age, time is not on his side, so he can't keep it real like that. He wants to be out with his kids. You see what I mean? Like, and he ain't real old, but he in his 40s. He's getting older, but he understand the game. And I don't think his lawyer he don't give a damn about what Gotti and them think about him, cause he's older. Straight drop cares about saving face. Cornelius don't give a damn either. He's a little older. He's about 10 or 11 years older than Straight Drop. Straight Drop is not dumb, but it's he has, I guess he got his way of doing stuff, okay? That's right. Ain't no shelf forking over hundreds of thousands of dollars. So then Cornelius's sister, one of Cornelius's relatives that they were saying that was paying for an attorney. And I don't mean no harm because I think I try to be respectful of people's families and stuff. So I would have to ask Cornelius's auntie that be hanging out on the channel that the police found out about, that be giving that channel information from their job. I stand down. You already in enough trouble. Okay. You need to worry about your livelihood. Okay. Because they used to be over here on this channel. All right, because you don't let a vlogger mess up your livelihood. You're gonna see later on. Because see, the thing about justice is you have to let the wheels of justice turn. Whatever it's gonna be is gonna be. You don't get yourself involved in that. But then we started, we found out that Cornelius is one of his relatives, communicated. One of his sisters communicated, with Yo Gotti's sister. They communicate on social media on a regular. Okay, so but I never said anything about that. I didn't say nothing about it. I just don't believe in coincidences, right? I don't believe in coincidences. It could be nothing, but you cannot turn the blind eye to stuff like that. But that's the job of that's the job of the investigators and the agents. Okay. They said Lauren Shondell probably got that $15,000 reward. Okay. When I tell y'all these investigators look into everything, they look into everything. Okay. So when people start doing things that are unethical and these folks start messing with you and they cross the line of violations, it is by they have to start looking into stuff. And you'd be surprised at what they find. You don't even have to tell on nobody. So people get themselves caught up into stuff that is not conducive to their livelihoods, all about a bunch of bullshit. I mean, it ain't even worth it. But that's the type of stuff that they do. Okay. It's one thing if you're going to give somebody information as it relates to if you're related to somebody and you want to give somebody information about them, that's fine. It's another thing when you start using your resources to violate policies and things of that nature. Then you put your freedom and your livelihood, your job and stuff on the line. That's the type of stuff that you do. And it ain't worth it. You would think that old ass motherfuckers would know that. Okay. You would think that. It's very surprising to me as it relates to a lot of these women. But I understand that women are very emotional. Some women have a jealousy demon that they just can't shake. They led by bitterness and jealousy. And when you get with a manipulative person, if you got that on the inside of you and you're not able to control it, they will crash you out. And that's what some of these women did. They crashed themselves out. It's unfortunate because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm pro woman. Y'all might not. I know I get on here and I cuss at women, but I'm pro woman. I be wanting to see women And when I say pro woman, I'm just saying I be wanting to see. I'm not jealous of other women. I be wanting to see women do well. I want to see them do well. I want to advance. Want to see them advance. I don't be wanting to see women lose anything because I understand that there's more women that are by themselves that are taking care of either their children or their grandchildren, and so they can't afford to lose their livelihoods. But some of these women on here jumped on here, professional women, and did the most. They did the most. I had never in my life seen nothing like it. For a bunch of damn men that come from out of the sewer. That can't offer them nothing, don't give a damn about them, can't do nothing for them. But tell them, don't put my name in it because I can't go back to jail. Okay. You would think that you would see that with younger women, but these are older women, late 30s, 40s, 50s. One of them even in their 60s. Okay. But hey, it's one thing when you got a relative that you care about. You might want to be in the different vlogs to see what they're talking about, right? You might want to give some information, this, and that, but you should never cross the line of anything else because what these folks have done on here is plain criminal, a lot of them. Okay. Um, what's up? Rest in peace, young dog. But Cornelius, okay. And I know Cornelius auntie be looking, child, because I know you done been in my chat, and I ain't even know nothing about you. MPD was the one when they started doing their investigation about all this criminal stuff that was going on here. You could come back to the chat. I ain't had no issues with you. Well, you can't now because I found out about your violations, but you could have been hanging out in the chat. In my chat, I don't be getting mad at people being on different channels because people do what they want to do. But as I had always said, as it relates to Cornelius, um, Cornelius put himself on a crime. He did that. That's why I say you don't really know what these people have said on the scene. You don't really know what they've said. And so, I understand as relatives and stuff, you love your relatives and um you may not want to believe things about them, but you don't know what these people have said. They will deny stuff to their relatives. That's what they do. Okay. What's up, the hitter? That's what they do. So we have to love our relatives, but love ourselves enough to not let some damn con artist emotionally make us crash out. Because most women got something to lose. Okay. A lot of men too. What's up, Big Pat? TB21, nothing, nothing. Rest in peace, young doc. What's going on out there in the streets? I'm waiting to see what's the tea on Straightdropp. But Straightdropp ain't no fool. Let's get back to him. He ain't no fool. He's not one. He a fool, but he been sitting in that jail long enough. The only thing Straightdropp care about is a look. Okay. Thank you, nothing, nothing for the super sticker. He says, I love my city, but on the real, we have some of the dumbest alleged criminals. Absolutely. Thank you, nothing, nothing. I appreciate that. Rest in peace, Young Dawg says, I'm thinking they waited until the trial starts to start back going wild, wow. How they was it for sure cranking back up though. I think they need to pay attention to Moneybag and Big 30 because that ain't gonna be good. Big 30, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but I'm gonna talk about this while it's on my brain. Moneybag did the worst he could have ever did to Big 30. And I know Big 30 ain't innocent, but I got a little soft spot for Big 30 because I remember before Big 30 signed with Moneybag, how Big 30 was he said when they asked him the artist that he liked, Famous Animal, did an interview with him and he made sure he said Key Glock or it was Telefaro or somebody. He said Key Glock and Dolph were from South Memphis and he liked those artists. Big 30 had a light in his eye when he smiled, his eyes lit up. We don't see that now. Okay. So Big 30 loses his cousin Newski, you know, because this is just from what I can see. I know they're gonna say she ain't in the streets, but this is from what I can see. He, because Moneybag had signed him, and Moneybag probably signed him so that they could be um whatever they call protectors or whatever. He have a gang of hit squad around him. But he said Newski had talked him also into signing with Moneybag. So Newski had already been around Moneybag a little bit. But Moneybag did the worst that he could have ever did. Big 30 had his people Big 30 told his people to go hard for the brand, I guess Brett gang. He loses his cousin, he loses some more guys jumping into a because he didn't have no beef from my understanding right with Young Mob. And then that war goes on and the worst thing that could have happened. He loses his cousin that he obviously loves. And I'm sure deep down inside he feels some type of he feels a lot of regret. Because that man have to look at himself in the mirror and lay in the bed and think at night. I'm sure he's saying if I took my cousin, I had told my cousin to trust this nigga, he have to deal with all his decisions. And then Moneybag turned around and said, I never told y'all to get into it. Y'all was riding my dick. Now they've lost people because from jumping into a war, thinking they being loyal to Moneybag, and that's what he say. So I said that to say this. They need to watch that between 30 and Moneybag because at the rate that 30 is going, I don't think he got no issues with taking out Moneybag. And also somebody been giving Stan G information about Big 30. Okay. I'm not saying I agree with everything Stan G says, but when he get the rambling and stuff, you better listen to him because somebody done told him something. And in order to get some of the type of information that Stan G gets, somebody has told him. That's right up under 30. So I was talking to somebody the other day, and I think that person is right. I do believe that Head in them has turned on him too. Okay. They'd rather go and see him in jail. They know we watching, so they don't want to kill him. Okay. They know that the people is watching too. So they'd rather go and get him caught up and get him sent to jail. Because Moneybag is making way more money than Big 30. So that's where their loyalty is gonna be at. But I ain't in the streets. They say I don't know nothing. I just, worked in law enforcement for over 20 years and I see what people do behind the scenes. Every tip when I was working in Crime Stoppers that we got that panned out, it was because somebody that knew the person had turned on them. Okay. But anyways, I don't know nothing. Miss T, have you all heard the new BEO, new disc? No, I haven't heard it. I'm gonna have to go listen to it. Finesse must be messing with BEO because BEO had been minding his business and not messing with nobody. Now they're gonna try to say that I'm taking up for BEO. BEO had been minding his business and he had not been doing nothing to nobody. So Finesse must be messing with BEO, little Kenny. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Make sure y'all hit the like button. But we're gonna give let's talk about this right quick. I have one more thing I want to talk about. And Kenny, it goes back to what you're talking about. These dudes that's doing this stuff is absolutely like off of their rocker. They crazy. They just doing anything. Okay. Now it says cameras capture suspect before deadly shooting on Broad. Okay. Yeah, I promise to God that guy right there look familiar. I don't know where I know him from. His face is so familiar that it is absolutely scary. I started thinking about how I knew him, and then I said I know his face, so I know his face. So I don't even want to know who child he is. I stopped trying to figure it out because his I know when I know somebody, and I know that little boy. I just don't. I just can't remember. Ooh, okay. Anyways, it says, okay, look at this, y'all. It says police have released surveillance video of the man they say is responsible for a deadly popping at a Binghamton apartment complex early Thursday morning. Officers say just before 2 a.m., they responded to a shooting at the Link Apartments in the 2000 block of Broad Avenue. A male victim, was found at the scene and taken to the Regional 1 Medical Center, where he was later pronounced unalive. Investigators have released details about the shooting, but said cameras at the apartment complex captured the suspect shortly before the incident. Now he looking at the cameras. He looked right in the cameras. Maybe I've seen him. Maybe he's been in jail before or something because I get to looking at these, but I know his face. I probably have. I know I have seen him somewhere, and it could have been when I was working at the sheriff's office. It says people who live in the area were alarmed to see the crime scene during the early morning hours. I was walking the dog soon after and I saw all the police cars. My thought to myself was, well, we made it a year and a half, says Rob Ruffin. About 15 to 20 police cars and tape everywhere. And then as I walked down there, I saw cars on the other side. I knew it was bad. Ruffin said he blames the community for the violence and crime in Memphis. Where is the leadership? That's my thought. Where is leadership in the church, in City Hall, in the courthouse? And let's not forget the most important one of all, the citizens, Ruffin says. We all need to come together and say what we can do to help the problem. He left out the most important thing, what they damn mama and them at. Because it starts in the household. And then it starts inward. I always say that it starts inward and goes outward. Okay. Look at him. Now he walked in there. I don't know what happened, but he walked in there. He looked right up at that camera, and then that happened. Pumpkin says not in all cases, Tam. Well, that's true. The Alabama hitter says he not messing with BEO. BEO just not gonna let what 2 times and Boo said slide. I think he was messing with. Um, I didn't think BEO was messing with Finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times did what he wanted to do. He caused friction. They did what they wanted to do. He don't Finesse 2 times. Has he been responding? Because he's probably not going to respond too much anymore. All he wanted to do, what better strategy is to pit two brothers against each other? Two brothers That makes everybody start choosing sides within the organization. Some people would boo, some people with Duke, but you got two brothers into it, and then you got dudes that are affiliated in some type of clique divided. I mean, he did what he wants to do. What else is it left for him to do? That was their plan, and that's what they did. Hmm. But that is pitiful. He looks up at the camera. I don't know if he was put in a situation where he had to defend himself, but I mean, you would think that he would turn himself in if that was the case, or he would have called the police. Um, so you know, these dudes are just not smart. There's absolutely nothing anyone could do to turn me against my brother. Now, ain't nobody listen. If me and my sister get into it, then we get into it. But I don't be wanting my friends to say nothing or take no side, or my cousins or nobody. If you're smart, more people know better than to do that. I don't care who my friends are, who my even with my cousins. When my one of my cousins talking about their sister, even though that's my cousin, I walk on a tight rope on that. I'm not gonna say much at all because I understand that that's her sister, and I don't want my cousin to talk about my sister. Even though that's my cousin and we done grew up together and everything, I don't want them talking about my sister. Let me talk about her. So I don't talk about folks. I don't talk about people's relatives to them because I don't want them to ever feel free enough to talk about my relatives to me, even if I'm talking about my relatives. Let me vent and talk about them, and then I'll be okay tomorrow. So if I know somebody has an issue with one of my friends, one of my, because I'm like that. If I know that they are viciously, because see, you can have friends and one of them might not like they might not like each other. That's hey, as long as you're not instigating it and being two faced, everybody's not gonna like each other. Okay, you're not the bone collector. But if I know somebody is trying to use a strategy to turn me against one of my cousins, or one of my especially one of my sister or somebody, or anybody that is viciously attacking my sister, you already know you can't be cool with me, bitch, because you don't have a problem with me. You was get ready. I'm like that. If I rock with you a long way and I see somebody is viciously attacking you and disturbing your peace, I can't be cool with that person. And so I know people say that you can't control folks, but I side eye people when they say they rock with me and they see me being viciously attacked and they don't have a problem with the person that's doing it. I'm talking about if we have a close relationship. So I know oftentimes if somebody is into it with someone that I know and all of a sudden they're trying to chummy up to me, they don't care nothing about me. I'm the gate to what they're trying to get to. That's the reason why I say if listen, I don't be trying to toot my own horn, but I'm a good person to have on your team because I'm a rider. I'm loyal. I'm too loyal. That's why I don't deal with a lot of people because I don't know a lot of people that rise like me. I'm loyal in real life. I goes and make my own monties so I can be loyal. I don't have to be flippity floppity. I might be a little bipolar, Sometimes all women are because we have mood swings. But my mood swing does not ever mess with that loyalty that I have on the inside of me. That's why I take it hard when people betray me. I takes it real hard. Okay? Because ain't nobody getting to you through me. I don't need attention like that. People be loving attention. Oh, such and such came and bought my lunch. They asked me to go to lunch. They be loving the attention that the person is giving them, knowing full well they got an agenda. That's why you don't deal with thirsty people. They will betray you and sell you out when they need attention. Okay? So when they start enjoying that attention, they already know it ain't genuine instead of cutting it at the knees. Oh, you want to go out? No. What they want to take me out for? They never. No, I can't hang out with them. And I'm knowing that they viciously attacking my friend. What kind of damn friend am I to enjoy that type of attention? No, bitch, I'm riding with my friend. I don't know you. You ain't never tried to, now what people try to do when they want to get at somebody, they go to the people that are closest to them. That hurts the person worse. I'm a gatekeeper for real. That's why I don't have a lot of people in my, because I'm so protective of what I care about and love. That's why I don't forgive, because I know I mess with people I rock with them the long way. Okay, people might get mad at me and they might not like my person. And she too, she said that no, but bitch, I'm loyal. That's just how I am. Probably to a fault when it should be to a degree, but it's to a fault. Therefore, when you mess over me, you ain't getting back in. I know I ain't do it. And I done had a lot of heartstrings broken. They say each and every time your heart is broken, you have there's a heartstring that breaks. I've had a whole lot of heartstrings broken. I'm surprised that I even got any more, because it don't change my loyalty. It has caused me to retreat on who I give my love and my loyalty to. Because I was always taught love people, help them, and all of that. Okay. As I get older, I understand you have relationships. It's supposed to be a reciprocated thing. You build relationships, okay, and you build healthy relationships with people. And I thought that when you're loyal to a person, that automatically would make them be loyal to you. Loyalty is extinct. Folks don't even know how to be loyal. A lot of people. 90% of people don't know how to be loyal. They are opportunists. And then they'll use it as the guise of, I just gotta feed my family. Motherfucker, you is disloyal and you ain't shit. Let's just call it what it is. And you already know it. And you want to make a person be okay with what that jacked up decision that you made. Nigga, you just ain't loyal. You don't know how to be. Because there's plenty of ways to make money. You ain't got to stab your homegirl or your homeboy or your family member in the back. No, that's gonna rub you the wrong way. Doing a song with you might put me on top, but you ain't never wanted to do a song with me before. Okay? I've been sitting here reserved, ain't had a hit in years. Now all of a sudden you into it with my family. You want to bring me in. You want to add insult to injury. Nah, I tell you what, I go over here and do a song. I'll make it right with my brother. BEO Lil Kenny hidden. It's a whole lot of dudes in Young Mob hidden. Get over there with my little son, Jizzle. Go do something with him. He popping. You don't have to go and deal with your brother's enemy. Because them enemies, especially if them enemies is more than likely the reason your brother and your sister is in jail. Hell no. That's see stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that makes me lose my temper. This enemy might be the reason that my sister in jail, even if me and my sister into it. and you come to do a song with me, that's the type of stuff that makes me explode. Motherfucker, you think I'm stupid? But instead, okay? But instead, what happens is, and I think I said it too, and we all guilty of it. Well, maybe the man just wanna, feed his family. But then you get to thinking about he could it's plenty of ways to feed his family. How come he ain't try BEO little Kenny hidden? You got Kenny Money over there hidden. Why not try and nurture a relationship? They real cool with Stupid Duke. I'm sure on the strength of being Stupid Duke brother, they would have did something with him, and it would have been a hit. What I'm saying is, you don't let people in to get the ones that you're supposed to be protecting. You're supposed to protect your loved ones, your friends, and your family. You really supposed to protect them, even if you ain't rocking with them like that. I ain't rocking with him because that's a bitch ass nigga. My cousin is a bitch ass nigga, okay? But I ain't get ready to hurt him. I'm not getting ready to rock with you because if you don't like my cousin, you don't really like me either. So I don't know what you might want to do to me. People need to start looking at stuff like that. Cause see, me and my cousin don't see eye to eye, but my cousin do love me, and I love my cousin. Okay, he's just a whole ass nigga. That's all. So I ain't rocking with him right now, but it don't change the love. So if you might want to hurt me to get at my cousin, I ain't fooling with you. But people will do anything for money. I don't like people that do anything for money. I don't like people that's got a price tag on them. Okay. I like people that's like to sit down and negotiate. My services might can be sold and they might not. Let's look at the terms. I like them type of people. That's when you know they really got something, they confident and they got something good to offer. I might can sell my services to you, I might not. But somebody that's got a price tag on them, they will set you up. They going at any price. Okay, they going at a price, which means that they'll do anything to you. They can be sold. I don't trust people like that. So I don't be sitting on here faking when I say I don't do anything for money. I don't. I work like a damn dog, so I don't have to do anything for money. I sure be hating sitting out in them cars all night. But guess what? It pay me good. And I ain't sitting up throwing up because I done went and laid up with somebody that I ain't want touching me. I done set up one of my somebody that I know. I don't even want to set up somebody that I don't like. See, people are twisted now. If they don't like you, they spend all of this energy trying to figure out how to get dirt on you and how to get at you. When those are mentally ill people. I don't keep my enemies close because if they close to you, they able to touch you. Nigga, you can't touch me. It's supposed to be you can't touch this. I don't mess with you. I don't want you close to me so that you can peek into what I got going on. You can touch me if I keep you close to me. You can't touch this nigga. I don't mess with you. And you have to let that be known. I ain't got no beef with you, but I don't mess with you. I don't keep my enemies close. I don't even like that saying. Why you gonna keep an enemy that'll stab you close to you? I don't. I ain't gonna try to figure out what you got going on. I don't want to peek. If you doing something to me, hey, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. It's gonna come out anyways. If you doing it, if you doing something to me behind my back, it's gonna come out. So I ain't gotta keep you close to me for that. If I keep you close to me, you able for that lie you tell to be more accurate because you up under me. I don't want you close to me. I ain't gonna try to get close to you to see what you got going on so that I can stab you in your back. I don't do stuff like that. You stay over there, I stay over here. If you cross the line, bitch, I'ma deal with you accordingly. That's it. Now you have came into my territory. I'm gonna whoop your ass cat raggedy. And that's it. People don't know how to do that though. They sit and they don't like people. The people ain't did nothing to them. I just don't like them. Folks are so mentally unstable. I just don't like them. Slobbing, spit and shit coming, foaming all at the mouth, snot coming out their damn nose. Why you don't like them? Sitting there looking like, I just don't like them. I'm just going to give them back. They putting their job, their livelihood, they letting folks boost them up. That person ain't did nothing to you. Why you just don't like 'cause they think they something? Well, comb your head and think you something. You notice it be the nappy head folks that's always that don't never comb their damn heads and don't go get haircuts and stuff. That's always sitting up talking about somebody think they something. I just don't like them. Bitch, comb your head, okay? And then look in the mirror and start liking yourself. You don't have time to dislike nobody else. Put on some lip gloss and make your lips shine like I make mine shine. Okay, I buy that good lip gloss. Okay? Then you won't have time to hate on nobody. Don't buy that sexy red lip gloss. It's cheap. Buy that good lip gloss, that Chanel lip gloss that makes your lips shine like glass. And you don't have time to be hating on folks and comb your head. But it always be those ones. I'm gonna lay until I get them. What you gonna get them for? Them folks ain't did nothing to you. You gotta be careful about the traps you lay for people that ain't did nothing to you. I promise you, it always backfire. You know, they say when you dig one grave, you better dig two. I never go by that saying. I go, when you dig that one grave, the grave that you dig is your very own. You always fall into it. Brenda said, leave Sexy Red out of this. Lord Jesus, Sexy Red. Sexy Red, I tell you. Sexy Red. At least I'm gonna tell you, Sexy Red can come a long way because when they first started putting her out there, the bottom of her feet was dirty. I was just really ashamed. It ain't no reason for a woman to have dirt on their foot, on their feet. The bottom of her feet would be dirty. So that's what they wanted to depict black women as, ratchet with dirty feet. Okay. Good morning. Yeah, I sleeps up under my ceiling fan, so I got a cold. Okay. I always catch summer colds, but that's because I sleep with my ceiling fan on. Y'all get the likes up, okay? Y'all get the likes up. We only got 73 likes. We got 135 people in here. Get the likes up, please. But let's go back to straight drop, okay? Y'all, what's wrong with straight drop? Straight drop understands that he has crashed out. Straight drop kind of thinks like, um, straight drop kind of thinks like some of those guys that are serving a life sentence. But I don't think straight drop gonna serve a life sentence. I don't know though. I don't think he is. He gonna serve a whole lot of years, but I don't think he gonna serve life. Brenda's, but I don't know though. But if I had to guess, I would say he's not. He's gonna serve a lot of years, probably about 30. But I don't think he's gonna serve 60. But 30 is a whole lot of time. I mean, he probably would just, I don't know. Brandon says money makes you sin. People doing anything for money. It's so sad, ain't it? Money that they can't even keep. If they constantly spending it, they go do a hit and their money gone by the end of the year. What kind of sense do that make? TB21 says he wants to let everyone know or think he's still a solid person. He ain't that solid. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He is not. But he might straight. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. He wants to give the appearance though. I agree. That's strictly just being in survival mode, I guess. Of wanting to give the illusion or the appearance of that. What they did was they never should have killed that boy. I think I've spoken about this so many times. They never should have killed that boy. They should have left him alone. Let Yo Gotti and them deal with their hey Roro. Let Yo Gotti and them deal with their own jealousy. I know they don't be liking for me to bring up Yo Gotti name, but Yo Gotti, everybody knows that Yo Gotti was in. Listen, Yo Gotti was involved in this. Okay, allegedly. They be getting sensitive around the trial time, so I have to say allegedly until they charge his ass. Okay, and I've said this. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Your God should be ashamed of himself. He was wrong for what they participated in, what they wanted. To even, I know some people say, well, you ain't in the streets. They good by telling me that you ain't in the streets. That's how street dudes do it. He knew they was gonna do it, knowing if. And let's just say that was true. We know that ain't all as it relates to that. He was wrong for that. Okay. So let me just run this down right quick. If Yo Gotti was so innocent, it seems to me that when Black Youngster was doing the very most, when he was consistently trying to take Dolph out, because he had get Keon to try to do it. He get Vato don't start no shit now, nigga. Leave me alone. Cause see, I had to block you before. Okay. He tried to get Vato to do it. He couldn't complete the mission. Try to get Black Youngster. Okay, that's why Black Youngster was circling that scene, right? To make sure that the young dudes had did it. Because they had tried to do it so many times before. See, people don't want to speak the truth. I mean, I guess it takes a woman to do it. um it takes a woman to speak the truth, because I understand with some of these men, but if it has to be spoken without there being any embellishment and a bunch of bullshit in it. When it's all said and done, them dudes was wrong. You try to take that boy out that many times, and you try to tell me it all comes from Yo Gotti's label or affiliates of his label, and y'all trying to tell me he didn't want him. I ain't in the streets, but I ain't no damn fool. Did y'all forget I do investigative work? Do y'all think I'm a damn fool? They was wrong for what they did to that boy. And nobody wants to deal with that, because people are just, mesmerized by the illusion of somebody having money, because that nigga ain't got no $100 million. So it's an illusion. They did the worst thing that they could have ever did. And so folks say, why you don't go hard on Orange Mound Quet? Orange Mound Quet, old ass. I go hard on that nigga because his old ass was wrong and he knew better. He was the one that went and got them little boys and brought them to the table because they solicited him and Teasy. But he ain't the one that orchestrated the hit. If we gonna be honest about it, and I call him old because we the same age, okay? I can call him old. I was looking at his badass knees walking to that car, and they said Quit was out there. Quit ass ain't jumped out no car. Them damn badass knees. We have to be honest, okay? We have to be honest about this stuff. I don't look. YouTube don't pay me no money. It don't pay me. I enjoy being on here talking with y'all and stuff. And we're gonna use the platform for something else as we start to go into something else after this young dog situation. We'll talk about some more stuff, but God is using me, we're going in another direction. But I believe that when I got on here to vlog about young Dolph, and I'm gonna get back to quit those crazy ass, okay? When I got, because I'm gonna get ready to talk about his ass. When I got on here to start vlogging, I went, it happened to be around the time that young Dolph was killed. It was God's timing. I was supposed to get on and vlog earlier that year. Had other stuff going on. And then I was like, now is the time. So I started paying attention to what was going on YouTube. I was like, wow, everybody talking about the young Dolph's case. My guy Colt figure. When I started looking at all the channels and stuff, I was like, wow, nobody is accurate. Except for maybe one or two people. I have to give it to the little guy that came in here and called me fed. He called me fed, but I'll give him his props. Cause he was, even though he came in here and insulted me, the I got sauce guy, he I would see him on YouTube. He was really point on accurate. He stayed on top of JoJo Splat in them head. See, I don't have issues with giving people they damn props because I don't have a covetous spirit. I makes money and I know how to get money. And it ain't by hustling and violating on YouTube. So it was that little guy. I paid attention to him because I had already heard about JoJo splatting them. So I was like, that little guy is going in. He be all on their lives trolling them and shit. So as far as that is concerned, he was one of the ones that I saw. It could have been other people. Colt figure was one of the ones that had integrity, that was going in the right direction, and he stood 10 toes down, and I got respect for that dude to this day. He's a man's man. I love men that stand 10 toes down. They do it respectfully. They ain't no shit starters, but they just stand 10 toes down. He just got that aura about him, and I still get that dude respect. I got to go over to his channel, okay, and give him a cash app. 'Cause I appreciate what that guy did. I was like, wow. And I was so naive. I didn't really know that people just put out stories on here just for money. I didn't know how YouTube worked. Hell, I was doing YouTube and I didn't even know I could get paid. I had the hours and everything. And it took me months and months and months until somebody said, did you monetize yourself? I was like, what's that? Okay. They looked at my stuff. They said, you been had the hours. At that point, when I started helping me turn on my monetization, I was coming on every night. I had up to like 18,000 hours. And I had about 5,000 followers. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I didn't even see that guy walk up my driveway. And he hit my door like that. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this is. He cried puppet tail. Y'all didn't even start barking till his ass got up to the door. Y'all didn't do a good job today. And I wasn't paying. Normally my cameras go off. And then he was standing right over me. I said, y'all look, he was a tall white guy. When I looking at him on my camera, I said, I don't know if I should open the door without my gun for him. And then when I opened the door, he stood right up over me. I said, now why does he want to stand up over me like that? But I knew I had a package coming. I didn't know he was gonna bring it this early. I'm glad I was at home because I had to have my signature. Because I have a fit about them stealing it. Hold on. What the hell is this? Yeah, they had to have my signature. What? Make sure this is right. Okay. Anyways, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. I guess it's okay. They said they're what was we talking about before that man walked up to my house? Um, but anyways, what I was saying was, anyways, so I think I was talking about Yo Gotti. So Yo Gotti and them know that it was nothing right about what they did. How in the world, Young Dolph was a star in the city of Memphis, just like they were people like Yo Gotti. And I'm not look, I'm not a hater and I'm not fake. So I ain't gonna get on here and say people in Memphis were not messing with Yo Gotti. They did. Yo Gotti has never. You could tell Yo Gotti has always had a disdain for Memphis because for whatever reasons he has, and it's obvious. Okay, but I don't like people that have a disdain for a city, but you want to make money off of the city. That's called hijacking the city. You don't give anything back to the city. And so people say, well, he give back. Folks just don't know it. Well, then how in the hell you gonna give back something? If you sitting up giving back, you ought to want to let some damn body know. What good is it? How folks gonna know what you're doing if and you giving something if they don't know you doing it? How they gonna know if they don't know? If you ain't telling them, that means you ain't doing it. You ain't got nobody to give it to. Not unless you're just giving it to your friends and relatives. Okay, it's more than friends and relatives that have supported him, because folks mess with that dude. Okay, so there was no need for them to go and do that to their boy. So they want to try to say, well, Young Dolph was arrogant. Well, let me just say this: I'm a Leo. All Leos are misunderstood because people be misunderstanding me. They're hurting my feelings. Okay, Leos are misunderstood, but who's better than a Leo? I'm a giver. I'm probably, if I like you, I might. I like to see people do good. That's why I don't withhold information from folks. God blesses me and gives me what I need because I don't have a covetous spirit. Young Dolph was a giver. If you got somebody that's given to the city, okay. He said you were talking about you start your. Oh yeah, I was unmonetized. I wasn't even monetized. Okay, so then I started vlogging. I just jumped from one thing to the other, didn't it? So that Alabama here to put me back to where I was talking about because I forgot. And so, but anyways, it was just meant for me to start vlogging on the Young Dolph's case because I was like, wow, nobody is really on point except for Cold Figure, and he still stood 10 toes down. He didn't embellish. He didn't embellish or anything. And I like that. Everybody else was talking about Key Glock did it, this, and that. But we know now there were vlogs that was put up via the CMG camp to target Key Glock because for some reason they didn't know that the investigation was going to take the turn that it had took. It's a CMG and Endless. So they want to destroy everything that Young Dolph had left behind. They feared Key Glock. So when they was talking about, well, Key Glock was involved, I knew Key Glock was not involved because there was a target on his head. They thought that they was gonna be able. Listen, if I tell you niggas that there was a damn target on Key Glock head, it was because somebody told me that would know. Okay, so there was a target on his head, and they thought they was gonna be able to take Young Dolph out. That's the reason why before Black Youngster started having all them damn breakdowns, he was so vocal about it. But see, God broke Black Youngster down because you have to reap what you sow. You have to reap what you sow. They thought that they was gonna be able to take Key Glock out, and so I was so naive. I was like, "No, y'all." I was like, "Well, let me start blogging about it," because then somebody, people had started. People from that I know from the inside had kind of like started talking to me about it, and I was like, "Well, I'll just start talking about it to put people in the right direction." Child, these folks, y'all see what they do. So I ain't mad at what nobody would do with they blog. That's their damn blog, okay? But they thought that they was going to be able to kill Young Dolph, and then Key Glock was next. They had intentions on taking him out too, and so that's and all you all have to do is start. And I don't say much about endless records or anything like that, but I find it very suspicious that after Young Dolph and in this head, I know you sent your guy over here. I have to go ahead and let it be put it on record when they send their people this over here because I don't know what these guys capable of. I don't reckon they'll do nothing to a woman. Okay. But because in this head, them asses is old. They come from an era where they know they don't touch women. But anyways, I find it awful suspicious that head in them um started talking about later on that they were a label, a independent label, and wanted to start mimicking everything that Young Dolph did. Although on the surface, beneath the surface, those are not the same practices because Young Dolph was actually making his artists rich for real, keeping them out of the sharky industry. On the surface, they wanted to make it look like that they was practicing what he practiced, but beneath the surface, it ain't it ain't that. Okay. Then, Straightdropp was in Indiana. And then every time I talk to my friend that work over there at that East Precinct, he's, well, it's two East Precincts. So you niggas would never know who he is. And I would bring up the Young Dolph's case to him. He would go, wow. Mm. I asked him about the cookie shop. I said, I haven't accused the cookie shop. He said, good, good. I say something about the Young Dogs case. He wouldn't say nothing. Oh, okay. Well, Zach Randolph ran with Chula Mafia. He said, we did a sting. It was my officers that was doing a sting on that. My task force. Every time I bring it up, well, Zach Randolph. We dealt. He would always bring up Zach Randolph. I don't know why he did that. Okay. But I've been knowing him long enough to know that he's been a police officer for so many years and he's so far up in rank that he's been in every bureau that when he says something it's for a reason, even if he don't say it. So you had Negroes getting mad at me because they wanted me to go in their direction. Why not? Excuse my French, would I ever go in the directions of a bunch of motherfuckers that I know don't know nothing? When I got the real people that's in the inside that know, I go in their damn direction. I told these bitches that from the beginning, excuse my French, but I get mad and start cussing when I start thinking about what all these niggas did because they wanted to push a narrative. She gonna say what we say, do. They didn't know I was crazy too. Okay. I just didn't deal with them like I've been dealing with them lately because I've been serving their asses lately. They don't know it yet because my daddy was sick. You don't fuck with me when my dad is sick and think I'm not gonna get you back. Okay. I don't even talk about that no more because I get real angry when I think about that. I was getting on YouTube also as a outlet to not think about my daddy deteriorating. He just started going down. You had bitches messing with you because of their jealousy, because this is how they make their living. Ain't how I make mine. And they had people that had jobs, that's got jobs, corporate jobs, all types of jobs to violate their jobs policies. Okay, let's get ready to lose. They're gonna lose. You don't let nobody put you in the same position they in. And so, anyways, so it was just meant for me to start talking about the case, y'all. They was hacking my stuff, deleting all my videos where I was talking about Young Dog, but I was able. They backed up though, because they didn't want me because they was working with Endless and with CMG, and I had been told y'all. I said y'all do know that they also have interns that they put on here now, because they work for these record companies to try and spread a narrative, and they start sending vloggers big cash apps. That's a way to control them to start putting out their narrative. They knew early on I couldn't be bought. I do work outside. I don't, YouTube don't pay my motherfucking bills. I told you niggas that. Let me tell you, let me just say this. Okay. I haven't talked about my daddy in a while, but I haven't, because that's a way for me to cope with it. Had a daddy that worked in politics. He was elected more times than anybody in his damn position because he was not a damn sellout. 10 years before my daddy passed away, we went into business and he started teaching me politics. And his rule was you never sell out. When you think you're getting ready to sell out, you step down. That's what I live by. So money don't buy me. I understand that you have to generate about 7 streams of income so you don't have to get on your knees for nobody. You don't have to open your legs. If I open my legs for somebody, it's going to be because I want to open them for them. I'm trying to have me some fun. That's all. It ain't because I got to pay no damn bills. Okay? That's what I live by. That's what I live by. So when they was doing all that brutal attacking, sending folks to my house, sending folks to my office, they don't know the type of stress that I was under. When I figured out what was going on, I did what was necessary so that when it happens again, it's documented. I'm a killer bitch. I fear for my life. That has been documented. I put it on a report. I've said it on here numerous of times. They got me in fear of my life, bitch. I'm gonna kill you. And so if it was about getting justice, because like I said, I can't no vlogger, not unless you was involved, get no justice for Young Dog. So that's why when folks were saying, well, you know Raven them did it. It was obvious. It ain't obvious to me, bitch. I went out there. I be in Memphis every day, but I went out there. So you must have been out there. A lot of these people that are adamant about the cookie shop was involved. They was at that damn meeting in June that they talking about, and they helped to plan this damn murder. If you that adamant about it, you involved. Because if you don't, if you ain't involved, you don't know. You guessing. And so I'm one of those ones, you can't make me say what you want me to say. If you think you're going to bully me into doing what you want me to do, I buck against it. I'm going to do the opposite. You think you're going to make me do it, I'm going to do the opposite of it. Okay? And so a lot of people I never knew, and I ain't been around folks that much, y'all. Y'all could tell I haven't. I don't hang out with people like that. I didn't know people were so easily misled. A bunch of grown folks. I thought people got better as they got older. Wisdom. I didn't know people would believe anything. I didn't. Young Dolph was kidnapped. They kidnapped him. They took him from the restaurant and they held him and he rose on the third day like Jesus. And people believe it. And so they get mad at me when I say, y'all, they got video of him getting out and walking in that cookie shop. Oh, and the police is crooked. I said, but they got video of it. They crooked. It's Photoshop. Folks would rather believe that. They took him, they brought him in from the back and laid him there and laid him at the window and Straightdropped them, stood out there for pictures, for promos. And you got old ass niggas that believe that. Y'all, mental illness is running rampant in our community. It's running rampant. Only a damn fool would believe something like that. Okay. So then when my precious daddy died, them folks were so mad at me because I got the juice. I'm the one with the motherfucking juice. I can pop my collar on there because there's a lot of stuff that I know that I don't say. I'm the bitch with the juice because I know the people that's working the investigation. I pops my motherfucking collar on that bitch because it's the truth. But when my daddy died, you had niggas coming into my Facebook chat, my messenger, making fake pages, y'all. That's why your motherfucking daddy dead. Where your daddy at? Go dig your dead ass daddy up, y'all. That's what fuels me to this day. My mama have to pray for me constantly, because every time I think about them niggas did that, it makes me go harder. And I understand that I can't be blessed with revenge, but these niggas have violated on here. And it's funny that timing is everything because a lot of the people that they violated with, a lot of them ain't rocking with each other no more. So guess what they do? They sends me everything that I need. That's Timing is everything. You know what I tell them? I direct them to the people that they need to go to. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Here's the investigator's name. Send everything you got to that investigator right there. See, when you write, I don't do nobody no wrong. I don't. I'm too busy trying to build something for myself. When you write, God gonna always rock with you the long way, and timing is everything. He'll make. Remember, I used to talk about that scripture where God says they come at you one way and flee in 7 different ways. When I got back on YouTube, I always talked about that scripture because I know how it goes. They come at you one way, and then God confuses the language, and they start fighting with each other and start scattering out in 7 different ways. That's where that make your enemy your footstool come from, because the very enemy that was coming at you, they start fighting with each other, and then your enemy will give you what you need to take that demon down. That's how it always works. When you write, I didn't come on here messing with nobody. So then people was mad because I said, well, if it was justice for young Dolph, because I said from the start when I got on here, you ain't have to do that boy like that. And I never even said anything. I was so responsible as it relates to, I would never even, I never even said As a matter of fact, I was neutral. I was like, Lord, even though I knew what had happened, I was like, whoever did it, they know they was wrong. They didn't have to kill that boy like that. We already knew what had happened in Memphis. Everybody in Memphis knew. Even when them niggas was getting up on platforms and not saying anything. And I understand that because, they had to live in Memphis. But they knew what happened. So they started blaming Key Glock. Y'all, they was planning to take Key Glock out. They thought that they was gonna be able to kill Young Dolph like they did and get away with it and then kill Key Glock. That ain't no myth. When all of this shit come out, you ask any investigator, if you know one, that'll talk to you like they talk to me. Okay? They thought they was gonna kill Young Dolph and then kill his artist too. So that's why I was like, no, y'all, Key Glock. I was so naive. No, y'all, Key Glock wasn't involved. He didn't do that. I didn't know these motherfuckers just put stuff on here for numbers. I do now. So they plan on killing Key Glock, but God wasn't gonna let them do it. They had already took down a young man. It was the legacy that they was after, y'all. It was the legacy and what that dude was building. That's it. Key Glock is a part of that legacy, and he was up underdog. It was the legacy that they was after. That's it. That's all. And you can't tell me that Yo Gotti was not a part of it. I don't care what part it started with him, and everybody else jumped on board because they started seeing dollar signs and numbers, and they thought that they would take off. But how many people know you have to reap what you sow? You can't win when you do it wrong. And so I bet you a lot of them Negroes, if they had it to do all over again, they do it differently because it ain't work out how they thought. Instead of being more famous, they're now infamous. They're infamous. That's how God do that. You want the famous on it, but since I'm the creator, I'm gonna put the in on it. Infamous. And it's hurting them more than it could have ever helped them. See, if you want to be known by everybody, you better be careful about what you do because God will let you be known, but it ain't got to be if you do it wrong, you'll be known the wrong way. And they're more infamous than anything. And they have to lay and think about what they did at night and look themselves in the mirror and be scared of their own damn shadows looking over their shoulders because they know that karma is stepping. I keep telling y'all, karma does not miss a step. It's gonna walk you back down. It's gonna walk you down. That's truly the walk down gang right there. And so they killed that boy. They intended on killing his artist. So Key Glock was quiet. Okay. When Snoop Bands and them started knowing what was really going on, Snoop Bands said something to him. And I guess he said, oh, because they was being quiet. We gonna go ahead and put him to rest. So he started going at Snoop Bands. Now, my thing is, if you supposed to be $100 million man and you say Snoop Bands is a local, why are you even paying him any attention? If that's what you say. But he did. People act like they forget what Yo Gotti was doing after Young Dolph was assassinated. I'm sure. I mean, not the channels that that they paid um to get on here and start putting out all that fake stuff, but I'm sure there's some channels that still got those videos and took screenshots of everything he said when he said he was riding around in the hood. Damn CEO that's supposed to be $100 million man say that to a quote unquote person that he called a local, talking about you riding around in the hoods as if you was looking for him. And y'all trying to tell me a nigga like that ain't capable of participating in a hit? We the last man standing. My nigga go to jail, I'm gonna get him back out. What's wrong with a lot of these folks? And they get mad at me because I speak about it. I mean, Yo God and them, they can't give me no money. Okay, I don't want none of their money. I can't be bought. I don't have a price tag on me like that. Mm-mm. But when it's all said and done, y'all, they was wrong for what they did to that boy. They didn't have to kill that boy. They didn't have to set him up. They didn't have to do that. And now I know in this head in them, you know, people say, well, why y'all bring money bagging them up? Because money bagging them all are in the equation too, okay? We just let the police do their jobs. Okay. I didn't put them in the equation. Somebody must have put their ass in the equation if the goddamn police say it. So before you bitches start coming at me, you need to go at the people where your name is circulating at. That's how I get it. It ain't from no damn blogger. Okay. So you have to reap what you sow. You have to reap what you sow, okay? And you cannot consistently, I know they didn't think that they would be able to participate in something like this and get away with it. And the orange mound quits and the straight drops in them are just the branches and the limbs on a tree. That's it. That's it. They're not the root of the problem. They're part of the problem because they have a price tag on. And for them, a lot of them to be as old as they are, you think they grow out of that. But to participate in helping to plan to take a life, y'all, that is barbaric on a whole nother level. When you have family and I could see if you lived in the woods, okay, and you ate your own shit and stuff for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and drank your own piss. You don't have no social skills, you ain't got no family. But when you have children and you have family, and you have loved ones, and you have experience loving on humans, you should be ashamed of yourself to participate in taking somebody's loved one away from them just for a few dollars. And what gets me is then when people participate in this stuff, whatever degree it is, they try and minimize what they did when their asses never should have participated in it to begin with. Because I'm gonna tell you something that is effective. Because I've been around people whereas, not to the degree of taking somebody out, where they wanted to get at somebody. And we gonna do this and we gonna do that. And I always express my disdain. Why y'all? What are y'all doing that for? Why y'all wanted to mess with that person? Well, you don't know. We're gonna do it. Well, I don't want to participate in that, and I think y'all wrong for that. I don't want no parts of it. And then I didn't say it nicely either. And so then I proceed to tell them about why in the hell y'all doing that anyways. You'd be surprised if you stand 10 toes down and tell people about themselves, because you're supposed to be able to tell a person when you wrong, when they're wrong, if you dealing with them instead of sugarcoating it and saying it nicely. You make folks think about themselves and what they're doing. Okay. Oh shit! If we do this, this bitch might go tell on us. We just go on. We shouldn't have never said nothing with her around. Let's just forget it. You get people to thinking about, no, you wrong. Okay. But instead, it's so many people that have a price tag on them. And as a result, because Yo Gotti is talented. He is. I would be on here hating and just blowing smoke if I said, don't nobody, he ain't talented. He can't, no, he is talented. He is. He is. Folks mess with him in Memphis the long way. They did. They liked his music and they still like it. Young Dolph is talented. People mess with his music and still mess with it. So it was no reason why it should have ever gone this far. Those two dudes doing that thing. Yo Gotti had North Memphis known for North Memphis, Young Dolph known for South Memphis. If you're gonna go and put dudes from South Memphis on, you should have put them on the right way, where they won't have to be going away from their families instead of looking at it as a strategy to get South Memphis rappers into a beef. I came to your hood and got somebody to take you out because that's the mindset of these Negroes. Okay. But instead they participated in this, and it has put a negative connotation on the city of Memphis when there's so much talent in Memphis. These dudes in Memphis is talented. So as I've always said before, if you're gonna go and you're gonna get these dudes and sign them, you already know they come from nothing. Why sign them in sharky deals and then put them in positions where you're gonna set them up to be retaliated on, or you're gonna have them be in jail for the rest of their lives? Because that is what happens when you sign them and then and then send them out to go do your dirty work, all because you know that they are poor. How could you even participate in being doing something like that in a city where you was born and raised in, and you understand that Memphis is a majority black and a impoverished city, even with all of the talent that's in the city? How could you? That's a betrayal to the city that helped to put you on, and a city that you was raised up in. And so Zach Randolph and them ain't got no damn loyalty to Memphis. I like Zach Randolph. He was one of my favorite basketball players because he came from out of Indiana. That's where the other half of my family is at. He was real good friends with my cousin's brother, Bonzi Wells. That came from out of Muncie, Indiana. That's where my family is at. The other half. But Zach Randolph ain't from Memphis, so he ain't got no loyalty to the people like that. He just like anybody else in that comes into Memphis. They come and hijack the city of Memphis and get money from the city of Memphis, and then say, "I got love for the people." No, you hijacking the city just like anybody else, and you cause all of this ruckus, and then you go back to wherever you came from. Okay. If Moneybag don't leave Brett, if Moneybag don't leave Big 30 alone, Big 30 is going to tell on Moneybag them because they sure trying to get him sent to jail. See, Moneybag is a talented artist. He's one of the best in Memphis. He is. He's one of the best. He ain't the only one, but he's one of the top ones. See, that's how you know I ain't no damn hater. But y'all know damn well Straightdropp was not hanging with Brett Gang for nothing. Up right up until this happened, he getting, and then after it happens, they start dropping videos, and he started doing songs with Brett Gang's artist. Do y'all try to play? Y'all, do these niggas think that they can play in the face of the law enforcement like this, and they don't have a clue when these folks do this every day, all day? This is what they do. So people, they everybody want to be investigated with investigations. You stick with the facts. You don't just come up with a bunch of garbage. That's why them MPD investigators look at this shit and laugh, because they do a lot of it. They do. That ain't. I'm telling you, they do it. If you want to connect something, you deal with what is already out there, and then you start connecting it via facts. And it ain't about sitting on the internet just digging up some stuff. You got to be in contact with people that know, with witnesses. You got to have the intelligence and be able to work with the CIA that can crack codes and stuff. This stuff on here ain't nothing but just fun, and it helps people to make money. Okay, but them dudes was wrong. All of them had, all of them was wrong. It wasn't just Yo Gotti. All of them that was around him that wanted this to happen, because he ain't the only one. Just pay attention to who Straightdropp was around. I've said this from day one when I started vlogging on this case. Pay attention to who the suspects were around, who they are connected to, and who is paying for those lawyers. And then you got your man. I said that from day one. So anybody that want to be an investigator, I just gave you a tip. Okay. It ain't complicated. It's simple. I know being simple don't get you a lot of views. It's simple though, y'all. It's simple. It's been simple. I always say go back to the beginning of the investigation. What you hear in the beginning is what's going to be is what lays the foundation. It's a lot of truth in it. Okay? It's a lot of truth in it. So when they was talking about JoJo Splat and all of them, and people were saying that they were involved in all of that, and they are, but that's kind of was like the foundation, because they was the ones that was trolling because they thought that they had gotten away with something. But guess what? One of the shooters was connected to them. Always go back to the beginning. I'm talking, go to the news, not on YouTube. Go to the news stations and stuff and pull up raw footage where ain't nothing been edited and stuff. So it's very disappointing to me, y'all. I wish this stuff had not happened. Cause I don't have a thing where I just want to see people go to jail. You know what I mean? Like I don't wish I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I didn't want to see what happened to Teasy happen to him. That shook me when that happened to Teasy. Teasy was a young man. He had daughters, and Teasy was a very handsome young man. But Teasy was out there doing dirt. I understand that. But what happened to him was a bigger issue that just didn't it still don't sit right with me what they did to him. I didn't want to see that happen to Juke. That bothered me to see his mother kneel down over him, knowing that her child was not here. I'm a mother, y'all. I don't be wishing death on these folks' kids. I'm a justice person. I didn't like that. I didn't like what happened to Juke at all. Juke got himself tied up into something, being loyal to his brother, and just a bunch of emotional stuff that it never should have happened. So I've stopped looking at these folks' kids because it breaks my heart. I was looking at a video last year that was circulating on YouTube. Well, no, it was this year, right after Juke was killed, and I was looking at his daughter. She was singing in a choir, I believe, at school, and somebody put the camera on his daughter, and somebody put the camera on his mother, and it broke my heart looking at them folks' eyes like that. His daughter had the same hurt in her eyes that little Trey Trey had in his. I couldn't stand to look at Trey Trey eyes for a long time because every time he got his daddy's eyes, number one. And then you could see the anger and the hurt because he's old enough to understand a lot. And he can't, just like we can't understand why his daddy had to be taken away from him. Because when it's all said and done, he was taken away for nothing. I could see the hurt in Juke's mother's face as she looked up there at her grandbaby, supporting her because her dad is no longer here. See, these are the things that we have to think about. And that's what pisses me off so bad. People making bad decisions because of emotionalism and money. Emotionalism and money got a whole city divided and in a ruckus. With all this talent floating around Memphis, it's supposed to be money flowing everywhere. Every other boy you see in South Memphis and North Memphis is talented. Memphis got a different swag, a different slang, and it's acquired. But instead of wealth, you don't see anything but crime and poverty. Because once they sign them, they initially give them a bunch of jewelry and stuff, a little bit of money, and then they talk them into going and doing their dirty work, and then they in jail or dead. That's it. So I've talked about this stuff until I'm blue in the face. This stuff, the trial is getting ready to start, and this stuff is gonna come up again. And I'm hoping when all of this stuff starts to come out that Young Dolph's artists not go revert back to what Key Glock said in the very beginning. I ain't letting nobody trick me out of my position, and I think they need to stand on that. Okay, they need all of them. They need to stand on that. They don't need, and I do mean that. Don't let any of the little dudes around them say, "No, let me go get revenge, bro." No, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up tricking themselves out of their positions. Okay, and just help them to just it's not gonna help the family for them to do that. Young Dolph didn't lose his life for them to let people trick them out of their positions. He lost his life because he refused to play the game because of jealousy and all of that. He didn't stand down. And so it's not just Young Dolph's family, that's affected also. I get to thinking about some of these dudes, when they go out here and they commit these crimes and stuff for money and they get caught because they gonna get caught. God ain't letting folks just do stuff and get away with it no more. You reap what you sow. So when they have to pay for this stuff, they put their families through hell. I don't ever, not unless the family was involved. I don't ever blame people's families, especially if they were not involved. Anybody's family is going to be supportive. Any mother is going to be supportive of her child. But these dudes need to think about what they put their families through when they go out and commit these damn senseless crimes for some money. And it's only their family that's going to be there with them, and they putting them through unnecessary trouble. That's the reason why a lot of these young dudes, when they go to jail, and old ones too, their mamas and stuff health because they stressed out, worried about them being behind that wall, doing their time for the rest of their life. Their health start going down. So you trying to tell me that money is worth that? And being a part of a clique, talking about you protecting a brand or whatever, he signed me, I owe him my life. It's worth all that. It's worth your freedom and it's worth the health of your family members and the stress. Because when they doing time, their mamas and stuff doing time, and their health starts to deteriorate. So I'm hoping that it don't be a lot of no body drop. I hope that it don't. I hope that it don't. But I know that trial is gonna be an emotional trial. That's if it, that's if it be one. That's if it's gonna be one. That's if it's gonna be one, y'all. So, anyways, so I can open up the lines. I'll let y'all call in. Listen, I'm gonna be on for 20 more minutes, so I'm gonna open up the lines. And when you call in, you can't be on. Let's let's keep it to a minimum, so that other people can call in. Okay, that's the number up there, 901-667-0119. Call in and let me know what you're thinking. I've talked for 2 hours. Now I'm gonna let y'all talk. Leo says every day I think of what um they did to Dolph, all for nothing. Until this day, Dolph's music is still living. I'll tell y'all what bothers me about so much about one of the things that bothers me about what they did to young Dolph. What bothers me is the energy that was put into the atmosphere, that it's okay to kill somebody just for being successful, because that's why they did it, for jealousy. That's what bothers me about that. They took that boy out because they was jealous of him. It didn't, because if he had been around here dissing them and he wasn't making no traction, they would have been laughing at him. They wouldn't have gave him the time of day. They never would have gave him the time of day. If young Dolph had allegedly messed around with a girl that Yo Gotti was, going with or whatever, and he was not making an attraction, he'd have just talked about that girl. You messing with a nigga that ain't got none, he probably would have cussed out, and that would have been it. He wouldn't even been studying about the other stuff. But because the man was successful and making some traction, they took that man out. And it was wrong for that. So this is the type of energy that has been put into the atmosphere, that if I get jealous of you, I can take you out. And you had a bunch of old ass niggas that did it without any qualms. They didn't have no qualms about doing it at all. And y'all, it's something wrong with that. It is. It's something wrong with that. Yeah, y'all, the phone lines call in. I'm waiting. I was getting ready to crack a joke, but I thought I was getting ready to crack a joke, but I ain't gonna crack it. I was going to say Yo Gotti, y'all go Yo Gotti and quit. All of y'all in this head that loves the show so much. Y'all know they big fans of the show. Call in. Y'all can call in. I ain't gonna tell the judge if you call in quit. The Black Barbie says, they continue to try saying it's street shit. That's BS. Jealousy runs deep. It was absolutely jealousy. Call in while we on air quick, cause you ain't got no. I'm scared for you to call me when we're off the air. Don't call me off the air now. As you can't even call this number because I turns it off when I'm off. So don't even try to call. Cause I don't even want no killers calling me. Um, they continue to try. Yeah. Yeah, call in. I'm telling you. Hey, y'all call in when I'm on air, not when I'm off air. I don't want to talk to y'all off air. Cause I know y'all like looking at the show. They tells me Yo Gotti got his notifications on. Every time I come on, he jump on. If he in a meeting, he running out the meeting when he get that notification that I'm coming on. Um, McNamee says, Diane, they gonna make me pull out the fish truck. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the like button, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me see how many likes we got. Okay. Y'all keep running those likes up for me. Yeah, they got the guy that stole the packages from Penny's house. Ramona says, Tamara, keep a close eye on Indiana. Mm-hmm. Child. You right, Ramona. Mm-mm-mm. It's an ace pull on in. It's Friday. Oh, Lord. Anyway, y'all. Nobody gonna call in. Don't be scared. People was calling in. Let me see. Y'all can call in and just I'm not gonna even debate with you. Just call in and say whatever it is you want to say. Because in a few minutes I'm gonna get off and make me some breakfast, make me some coffee, and do I got something I think do I have I ain't got nothing to do. Do I have anything to do today? I don't even think I gotta go to the studio today. Hi, this is Tamara. What's up?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
what's going on?
Nothing much. What's up? You at work?
Nothing. I just called in. No, I had got took off. I had took off today. I had took off because we ain't have no plywood, so we ain't really have nothing to do. So
Oh,
I'm gonna go home.
okay.
Hey, Miss P, what's going on with you?
What's up? Nothing much. What's good? What's up? What's happening in these streets? What you think going on with Straightdropp?
Hey, what's going on with Straightdropp?
Why he down there telling
Man,
people to follow him on Facebook?
that boy down there expression.
You think it's gonna be a trial?
Yeah, it's gonna be a trial because I know how to. One thing I know about Tennessee, you waited 3 years. Talking about trial. Y'all could have been playing guilty, took your time. There ain't no more deals on the table. Tennessee don't play like that. You know that, Minty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tennessee don't bluff. Y'all waited 3 years. We going to trial. They going all the way. You know what I'm saying? They killed Young Dolph, so it deserves a trial. hmm
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no deals. It ain't no deals on the table. When you wait that long, it ain't no deals on the table. No, it ain't no deals on the table. Yeah. Straight drop down there stressing them wall closing in on them.
They been closed in. Uh-huh. Do you
That boy, that boy iron probably got a gray tint on it when you look at him. You know when them boys be locked up so long, their eyes start changing color, like a gray color.
Mm-hmm. They start losing hope. It ain't even good to be locked up all day, every day, and not have no sunlight like that. Or, of course, it takes a toll on their whole health.
That's inhumane. They already sitting on it. That's inhumane. Some states don't let you in that cell like that.
Somewhere out in Arizona, they make them sleep in tents. They sleep outside. Their jail is in tents outside.
Flying in the sky, goddamn it.
I'm telling you. I think that's what's gonna happen anyway. Sooner or later, cars we won't even be on the ground. They'll be flying like the Jetsons.
We've been having some good lives lately.
Oh, thank you.
Good lives. You talking about that boy in Philly? You showed one little heinous video of that girl. I said, "Oh my goodness."
Oh, wasn't that sad?
I don't like seeing women. I don't like seeing women get taken out like that.
And don't you know what happened to him? What he did was when the police caught up with him, he did a unaliving sewer to the side. So he started popping at the police and hit one. So if when he started doing it, he automatically knew that they was gonna unleash on him, right? And so that's what happened.
Yeah.
He was too coward. He was too coward. All he had to do was live in his truth. He know he was out there getting booties or whatever. He should have just ignored her instead of going and unloading on that girl like that. And then if you can't deal with it, you don't want to go take your time. So you do an unalive and sewer to the side. Y'all don't have to say it like that. So that if you pop at the police, they'll take you out. And that's what happened. Just a coward all the way across the board.
Hell yeah, that's the time. So they already got caught up with that dude.
You said what now?
Yeah,
What you saying?
already caught up.
Yeah, they caught up with him. He dead.
Damn. He needs to be there. I hear somebody else calling in. They trying to get me off. They trying to get me to pull off with the fish truck.
They'll be all right.
I was just calling in because I ain't supposed. I'll call Nick. I ain't spoke to you in a while.
Well, I'm glad you called in, because when you don't call in, I be thinking something wrong.
No, I just be letting you do your thing. I say I like I like to call when they say when you don't talk as much and you don't get your present all the time. That's how people start missing you. So that's I
Oh,
do that.
okay.
I don't call in all the time. So Miss T can miss your boy Mac name.
So what you think about the suspect that was caught on camera? Did you see that one? Now he looked up at that camera and then he go in there and take somebody out. He was looking at that camera, look right in it. What's wrong with these people?
Man, these people don't care. These people they stressing, they poor.
Yeah, it ain't no money circulating. It ain't no money circulating.
Yeah, ain't no money circulating, but that boy that did that to that girl, that was wrong. I mean, just because you doing what you doing, man, I mean, shit. But and then that boy up there in Philly, man, disrespect don't get you nowhere. They always used to say, respect carry you a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a pattern, We seeing a lot of patterns. People that disrespect people, like they don't make it long.
No, they don't make it long. You have to read. You have to reap what you sow. You can't go around just doing people dirty just because you get mad. You have to pay for that. You can't go taking folks out just because they say something. And it's unfortunate, but I think that is the type of energy that group that took Young Dolph out. Those group of people wanted to put into the atmosphere. If you say something that I don't like, then I'm going to take you out.
And then Young Dog, he was independent. They ain't like that man pulling up and camo every car you can think of,
and paying for it cash. He was paying for it cash.
And I heard something else in the streets of Memphis. They said that I don't want to say too much, but they were like, the way Memphis ran is like people on the outside want to check in with Gotti and them. They want to check in with CMG more than the paper rap. That's what I heard.
Mm.
When they check in with Memphis, it's a lot with that stuff. They ain't want to see. They ain't like how Young Dolph was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the city, though. That's how the city is. That's crazy. I hate to say it, but that's just how the city is. Somebody on fire, they gonna try to always take them out. And I was thinking about that the other day. I was riding in the car, man, and I be hearing this little song. It kind of remind me of Dolph, and cause he like them little horns in his beats and stuff. And I said, man, that remind me of that's type of beats Dolph like. It made me say, man, I miss Dolph, man. I hate they did Dolph like that, cause Dolph made some good music. And they keep taking out all these people that make good music. Hell, we ain't gonna be listening to nobody but nobody. Hell, we ain't gonna be listening to nobody really. Hell, they got money bag over there making country songs and shit.
Oh, he doing country music now, huh? So he trying to cross over.
Man, he already done crossed over. I heard that one said, man, whiskey, won't you go away? They got that boy over there, goddamn. Moneybag said he don't know no parts of that street stuff. He trying to be on some country music.
Well, he should have felt that way before it happened, because he in it. Why? So why you think that? So let me ask you something. Why you think that Straightdropp was running with Bread Gang artists when right before this happening? Just in your opinion, it could be nothing, and right after it happened.
In my opinion, he was running with them. He was running with the foot soldiers because the ones he was running with. They basically real tight with Chuck, and I really think they just try to put him in position, and I think they knew he was gonna be the one to get the job done. They knew he was gonna be like they crash dummy. And I think that's what they've been looking for the whole time. Who can we get to roll with us that's gonna take care of the business? That's what I
Wow.
see. I don't see them. Yeah, I that's what I see. I see that he has some good talent about himself. Almost sounded like Pooh Shiesty, but I think they just hired. They let him tag along just because they knew the agenda that Chula Mafia had,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that's just what I see.
So let me ask you something. So in your opinion, and we all have difference of opinion and we respect each other. So in your opinion, do you think that what happened to Young Dolph was orchestrated by Trula Mafia, or you think that Trula Mafia was brought in to take him out?
They were brought in, of course, but at the same, it was a big round table. It wasn't.
You don't think it was just you don't think it was just one person?
No, it was a round table. It was like I said, majority of the time when people, for them shooters to do what they about to do to you, they gotta have some type of personal vendetta against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a lot.
Well, it was already beef. They was already mad at him. Yeah.
Yeah, they were mad at him because they felt like, okay, Dolph affiliated and signing these people that's affiliated with certain things that went on, and it was just basically hatred at that point. Like, dang, we hate this nigga. Uh, just because I think the money had hit their hands from the opposition side before anybody can put that type of money in their hand, and then they just knew they had a job to do. But that job right there, Miss T, it cost they whole little organization to go down.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't worth it.
No,
It wasn't worth it at all.
I'm ready for the trial to be over with so it can just be like, dang, because I done turned 3 years older since Dolph died. We all done turned 3 years older since Dolph died. I think it's just time for Dolph to get his justice.
Yeah.
So I think so people can be at peace.
Yeah, it's about. I guess it's about to happen if it's gonna be a trial.
Yeah. I mean, so Miss P, you keep saying if it's gonna be you think it's gonna be a trial or
I don't know. I have my reservations about that. I don't know though, but I kind of have. I kind of have my reservations about it. The more I think about it, I think something funny might be going on, but I don't know.
Do you think the verdict gonna? I mean, I just want to see how it's gonna play out too. I think we all ready to see, how it's gonna play out. I done heard people say they was gonna take off work when his trial start.
Oh, Young Dolph's trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they scared of the stuff that might happen in the streets.
No, they just gonna be tuned in. Yeah, they just gonna be tuned in. But like I said, man, yeah, it was wrong taking Dolph out like that because he was making good music, but it wasn't even just that. He had a good empire about himself, and I think them taking Young Dolph out, it messed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even Gotti, I think he really hate that Dolph got taken out like that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think he don't care. He didn't care at the time for what they did to him, but I really think like it brought so much heat. Like it just hit everybody in their face. He lost his brother.
Yeah.
He lost a lot. He lost a lot of other loved ones that was tied in with that. So it's a lot. Gotti took some losses too.
Yeah, he did.
Some losses, and I think he knew, man.
He know it wasn't worth it. I'm sure he probably never said. He realized it wasn't worth it.
Nah, it wasn't worth it. Cause you got it down there. I ain't gonna say he an old head, but he in them ages now, man.
He an old head. Shit.
He in his 40s now, so it's just like, man,
They too old to be making emotional decisions that affect their lives and other people's lives negatively. They was too old for that.
I think Gotti should have talked to all them boys and be like, "No, don't take it light, cause that's gonna mess everything up." But like I said, I don't think Gotti really had say so.
I
You
do.
know,
I think he has say so.
so in it.
Because because that wasn't the first time. Keon is in jail for part. That's Gotti's. He's a like an executive in his company. So then, not only that, you have Black Youngster in them who tried to take his life, and they were, that's his rapper. That's one of his artists. You know what I mean? Like he had the opportunity. He could have been stopped it years ago, and the mere fact that he did not do it, it just tells me everything that I want to know.
I agree with you. I do think he could have said, "Hey man, he could have dropped some money down to say, hey, this some money for y'all not to touch off or something." But I just feel like the certain group that did that to Dolph, because they wasn't really no DMV affiliate, but they was tied in with them. But I'm just saying, far as true about it, they did that because they had their own personal agenda. That's what made them really want to push, and I think it was some little money waved in their face, and they did that shit, man. That's crazy. And Straightdropp, I don't know why he crying. That's the bed he made. He got to lay in it. You want to be you. What his Instagram say? Number one hitman or some shit. You know, that's the life he chose, man. I just hate that Dolph ain't here because Dolph was making some good music.
Mm-hmm.
And like I done heard people say Key Glock doing his thing, but he ain't even the same no more without Dolph.
Yeah, people say it all the time that he's still not doing good.
Yeah. But other than that, the city just been on some city shit. I think Gotti need to stay out the way and keep himself protected because them boys they they ain't really looking for him because they got Juke out the way, but at the same time he still need to stay out the way. Black youngster do too, but them boys hiding out in Miami, Texas, and California, buying shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At London.
They
Mm-hmm.
head down there in Florida. I just, like you said, karma always catch up with you. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter where you at.
Karma never misses a step, and God,
Yeah, God, yeah, for sure,
you have to reap what you sow. That's one you can't miss right there. You definitely have to reap what you sow. Them dudes.
You right about that. Yeah. God is real because every time I got that belt to my ass, it was a reason. You know what I'm saying? So God is real. He always watching. You can't be Miss T. I remember one time my damn near kicked my dog because he wouldn't come in the house. I get upstairs, I hit my toe. Yeah. But yeah, Miss T, I was just calling in because, I love your channel. I love listening to you. And I just was chiming in, just giving you my input on it. Trial almost here. It seems like it's taking forever though. It seems like September 23rd, that's still a long way away. Seeing like it's a lot that can happen in 20 some days. So I just I just want to see this. I just want to see Dolph get his justice. Yeah, I feel like they gonna get a guilty verdict.
Mm-hmm.
Straightdropp got his brother gonna testify against him. Jamarcus said he don't Jamarcus Jamarcus the whole time I've been looking at Jamarcus, it look like, man, they done got him caught up in some stuff he ain't supposed to been caught up in. Just because he's Straightdropp brother.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Miss T, that's just what we at with it. I just feel like, we all hate, seeing, Dolph impact, it was so big of an impact because it was Dolph. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, it wasn't little Pookie. It was Dolph. So it still mess with me and I'm sure a lot of his fans and a lot of people that mess with him, it mess with her. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me see. I'm gonna let somebody else call in. I ain't gonna talk cat off this truck.
Okay.
Get out of here. And I enjoyed the show. And you, hey, Miss T, like you said, you loyal. You gonna rock till ain't nobody. You gonna rock till the wheel fall off.
That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
All right, Miss T, you have a good day.
Okay, hon. Thank you for calling in.
For sure.
All right, y'all. That was Magnane Mace. I'm gonna go on and get off of here because I need to eat. It's 11 o'clock. I have not. Normally I can go until 1 o'clock, but some days I be so hungry and I won't. I think because I got in my mind that I want some turkey bacon with scrambled egg, and I have the almond mixed biscuits, and they really are good because I take honey and put it on top of it. So organic honey with no sugar. And y'all can get that from like and make sure y'all read the because some things will have no sugar, no added sugar on it. And then when you read the labels, it'll say 26 grams, 30 grams of sugar. Make sure it says zero sugar, period. Zero. Okay. So, because a lot of people think, oh, this right here says no added sugar, but it's already naturally got about 30 grams of sugar in it, or it might have some sugar in it still, even if they advertise it as not. And so that's how I've been and walking and stuff, so getting this weight off me. I'm about to get fine again. Um, and going to, and says Straightdropp must have some news that Memphis don't know about because he's doing photo shoots in his jail cell with a fresh cut. The case is crazy. I tell you, it ain't no telling what's going on with that, but I guess we'll see, right? I'm waiting for somebody. I'm waiting for somebody to. We're waiting to see. That's all I can say. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Be safe, you guys. I love you. I'll talk to you later.